GF upset I was watching a documentary on Nazi Germany. I, 25 meters, invited my GF, 23F, over to my apartment because I had been chilling and wanted to see her. I had been working all day too, so yeah. She got to my apartment and sat down on the couch with me and was visibly upset. So we sat there, snuggled, caught up, etc. She fell asleep, woke up, then wanted to leave. I had been watching Hitler's Circle of Evil on Netflix for a couple of days now. I asked why so early. She didn't like what I was watching. She didn't like that it had to do with Nazism. She thinks it's concerning and she didn't want to be near me. I told her it was just interesting and historical. Not that I actually ascribed to the ideology. But she wasn't buying it. What do I do now? If she doesn't believe you over a Netflix series, I'd end the relationship. That's just absurd to me. If she has doubts over the small stuff, what will happen with actual issues? If an interest in history is a deal-breaker for her, you're better off. This sounds like a really petulant response to a non-event. I'm a Jewish woman and honestly I think she's being a bit dramatic. Humans have morbid curiosity about terrible things, especially in a historic sense. My fiancé comes home to me listening to podcasts and videos about serial killers or medieval torture, and doesn't bat an eye. I love learning about dark history but don't actually have a desire to be a serial killer or torture anyone. Also, I grew up learning a lot about the Holocaust in a world where denial of it is growing. I'm glad people are still learning about it in an educational sense, even if it's through a dark, morbid sense of curiosity. Ask her if she thinks people who watch true crime documentaries want to be serial killers. You dodge the bullet. She is beyond reasonable. Unless she has a reasonable evidence to prove you are affiliated with that ideology, then she's acting weird and you can drop her because she'll always believe herself over you. Many women enjoy watching crime documentaries to understand the minds of serial killers. I've watched a lot of Jim Jones, Jonestown Massacre documentaries. Doesn't mean I want to be the next Jim Jones or start a cult. Wow, she's insufferable. Those who don't learn about history are going to repeat it. Very immature woman. Move on. If your GF gets upset about education, then she's dumb. Easy as that. I'm sorry. I really don't want to be harsh, but I just don't see any other reason on why she would be upset about stuff like that. I come from Germany. Almost every semester in school we go through German history, which includes Nazi stuff. Americans get taught about Black history and Native American history. Doesn't mean that schools support whatever happened in the past, right? She has to get over herself. This is 100% on her, not you. Fuck. I've been watching The Sopranos lately. I guess I'm a mobster. By the time I'm done with it, I'll be made, even though I'm not Italian. Anyone that isn't bright enough to understand what a documentary is, doesn't need to breed. As other people have said, ask her if people who watch true crime or horror movies want to kill people. Ask her if watching a documentary like Rewind means someone wants to be a child abuser. However, this is a situation in which I'm not going to jump to dump her right off the bat. If she doesn't get it, then maybe you guys can just move on. It seems like a minor disagreement and couples don't have to have all of the same interests. You can watch the stuff you enjoy when she's not around. If you guys agree to disagree though and she keeps pushing the issue, then a breakup might be in order. Yikes. The poor woman is a twit. Find someone who understands the purpose of historical documentaries and will be interested in watching them. This is really sad. Okay, if someone looked at my history on streaming channels, podcasts, Audible, etc., it would be murder, horror, serial killers, historical murder, Hitler documentaries, assassinations, the Black Plague, more serial killers, Hallmark romances, Stephen King, more murder, drag queens, Korean horror, and more true crime lol. If this makes her sketchy, she needs to go. Just imagine what she'll do if she catches you watching the first 48. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's like insane. I follow a ton of true crime pages because I enjoy true crime. That doesn't make me a murderer. She's an idiot. Ask her to have an honest conversation when she feels she is ready. I was with you at first, but she wasn't buying it, feels a bit off to me. Do you watch political content or express views that are sometimes associated with far right, strongly conservative views? Not saying that you do or don't have views that she would consider a problem. But current political polarization has people a bit more vigilant for views, beliefs that they consider a deal breaker. My partner and I have different tastes in media. There are some shows, genres that both of us like. But there are things that each of us like to watch that are a total no-go for the other. We live together and just choose to watch those shows when we have solo TV time.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.